Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. It is Wednesday, 27th of December. We're running a little bit late. I posted a meme with Milli Vanilli saying, blame it on the rain. But like a lot of our people just, that passed over the head. Or either that or my crowd a lot younger than I thought. Anyway, we're here and we're inside. And while we're waiting for the audience to build, play out something. I wanted to give you all this song last night. Didn't get to play the whole thing. So we're going in with it. Butto. Talking about Trinidad. Have me good and me bad. Where? Mad I tell you. Mama yo. Oh, by about the coast guard in the sea. Land of the free is free. And share it now. Call them out now. Build up some numbers there for your boy now. Mad. Papayo. When you hear a strong calypso, and Rob his friend. Share it up, share it up, share it up. We're going in now. Share it on your wall, share it on your wall. Have the good and the bad. Where? Mad. Mama yo. Well, no, I can't take the messages now. Raise your hand. Alright, you get the song? That was the song. I come in that conversation late, Dave Luck, so I ain't commenting at all. Somebody sent me a video of a beached whale. I am Minister of Sport. The man looked like a beach whale. I'm telling you all about this 2 years now. He can't walk up our steps, much less run a race. That is a Minister of Sport. Hot on the heels of Gary Hunt, Anil Roberts, Daryl Smith. There is something about the Ministry of Sport that attracts the wrong people and brings out the worst in them. So they sent me a video of a beach whale with somebody trying to give him CPR. And as much as I want to take this son of a bitch to task, this mocking pretender, this empty bag, as much as I want to beat him like a Good Friday boboli, his wife, his ex-wife, Danielle Campbell Smith, I love that woman bad. She's sweet to bad. She's a paragon of virtue. She deserves so much better. She's skipping purgatory. This girl, she's a pillar of the church. And she's skipping purgatory and going from here straight up to heaven because of that son of a bitch she married, who make us at a children with her and now get a little ministry work and stunting his fat ass all over social media. Daryl Smith, you are an embarrassment to everything that wanted to give you even an ounce of credibility, because you don't look the part, you don't sound the part, you don't know anything. If it wasn't for Daniel's friendship with Keith Rowley, you wouldn't be in that position that you're in now. You're nasty, stink and dirty man. But if the laws of karma are real and true, you will have yours to deal with, brother. And I tell people all the time, you know, the universe, God, karma, God, whatever it is you choose to give it to, when you see people get their returns, it has been the right measure, the right mix, the right amount to make you hold your head and ball. You see all you take this thing for granted and walk heavy, heavy, heavy on the earth. Wait for it, partner. Wait for it. Raise your hand, but never surrender, they say. Wait for it. Yours must come. You're paying for it now. Rock back and bubble. Like up yourself, my brother. Like up yourself. And we want to hear. We want to hear tonight. We're going to talk about a call the video. Missing persons. Missing persons. We're coming up on the end of the year. Rowley murder count is 488. Wait, did that increase? Since I posted that, it could be higher. Rowley murder count. Rowley, your murder count we tracking now. Talking about Trinidad. Have the good and the bad. I want to find something for you. Let me get him this now. Rowley murder count is 491. Started soft. Started gentle. And we jamming still. I want the first person, because let me tell you, the problem is the people I want to call on the phone. Hello, hello, I want to make a report. Missing persons. But the people I have to call, them missing too. The Minister of National Security. Hello, hello, Mr. Minister. Mr. Minister. He missing in action. I'll call the police. I'll call Stephen Williams. Hello, hello, I'm trying to get on to the commissioner. Hello, missing in action. The people to make the report to who missing in action, them missing in action. And the people that you want to miss in action, them can't get out your face. You know who I will call? I will call the PRO and the spokesman for the whole government and the whole party. Hello, hello, I'm trying to get on to Stuart Young. Yes, Stuart Young, what? Stuart Young missing? Stuart Young missing in action too. They say he jumped in a car with a skinny little Indian girl from by the express there, and they see him since. Who else I could call by the Minister of Communication? He should know what's going on. Hello, hello. Put me on to Maxi Coffee, please. Minister of Communication. What? Missing since September 16th? The Prime Minister would have said something about that. What the hell is going on? The whole government missing? What is going on? The whole government missing. The whole government missing in action. Afraid to call the Prime Minister because he's not somebody that you want to surprise. Especially if he find out his Minister of Sport wash up on a beach and CPR can rouse him. This government so stink and dirty, so nasty and disgusting. This band of degenerates and malcontents, this horrendous and obscene act that was the result of the election in 2015. I mean, the people didn't have much choice, but Jesus Christ, this was a choosing between cancer and cancer, so we take cancer. It's like that video, I watch a comedy, this fellow called Eddie Izzard. He said, your choices are cake or death. The fellow said, I'll take cake. He said, we're out of cake. Or The Rock in that movie, he said, I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum and all out of bubblegum. This government today, I mean, Colin Imbert, and it's not hard for him to win hide and seek since he's small because he don't take up much room. But him hiding from the public. You can't see here at all. Can't see here at all. A government of malcontents and never-do-wells. A government of trolls. Disgusting, obscene asses. This woman, Camille Robinson Regis, when I tell you, every time she open her mouth, the devil laugh. That's my daughter. That woman, Camille Robinson Regis, is an insult to women, is an insult to parliamentarians, is an insult to ministers. Camille Robinson Regis is an insult to politicians. She's an insult to humans. Camille Robinson Regis, at every opportunity to make a royal ass of herself, put on the crown and the robe. She did it to herself. You know, this little jumped up jackass, quick to call out other people and their shit. But she take public funds and pay for fertility treatments. Karma said, you know what? Some people just shouldn't be allowed to breed. And use one. So she takes state funds. Take state credit card and pay for her weave. Fire chuck all your suffering. All your stupid PNM voters who really believe the bullshit we care about you. Red and ready and all this nonsense. All this line up in the hot sun dragging your lame foot behind you. The elders and the sick and the infirm. And there are these monkey pants running up and down in rental car that they borrow from Massey and the other rental companies that we want to kick back, and they're driving up and down and they're picking you up. Come out and vote, come out and vote. Your 1 minute of democracy in this Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Missing persons. You know who I dedicated this show to? You know who prompted me to do this show? Suniti Maharaj. The same way all you don't remember Milli Vanilli. Blame it on the rain. Remember that? That's why it was a joke. The same way y'all remember Milli Vanilli, I sure y'all don't remember Suniti Maharaj. Suniti Maharaj missing since PNM win. Since PNM win, she missing. Suniti had the answers for questions you were asked yet when the UNC was in power. Where's she today? If Kamala, now you know, I ain't carrying no brief for nobody, but I have to make an example. And if Kamala had said she was wearing her shit kickers to kick up whoever is whatever is the version of Rural Muda, call members, Suniti Maharaj would have pop a vein. She'd have pop a vein live on public TV. And the double standard, and I want to tell all of these mocking pretenders, masquerading as journalists, all of these media workers, and I know y'all vex with me, you know, and I know y'all as bad talk me, you know, and I know y'all don't like me, you know, but hear what? We're on the same freaking page. Because there came a time when y'all stopped being corrupt and became co-conspirators. It's not the same that you're taking a bribe to look the other way. It's not just that. It's not like the customs officers that reach outside the big businessman house and say, the duty on this container is $300,000, you know. That's the duty on this container. Hold this clipboard. Put something on it. And it will interfere with how much duty you're paying. There are customs officers in this country on $16,000 and $17,000 a month salary. Can't account for where they're living, what their wife driving, you know, how they're traveling. And you have to start there. Because if you start there, squeeze them balls, and all of a sudden they will sing like canaries. Who bribed me? Now you're getting fired. You're getting fired. And the state will repossess everything that was beyond your salary value and auction it and put the funds back to the duty that we would have get. But we also going to all the people that you let put something on the board. You see all these front pew sitters that think they get away, light plenty candle. Because I am not the same kind of politician like the rest of the jackasses just be bouncing up within the bakery on Saturday morning and breaking bread and bouncing up within them chamber parties and clinking glasses. I know you, and you know me. I know you since you're small. I know all your business. I know all your tricks. I know what you've done. And pray to whatever demon spawned you. Pray that I don't see public office. Pray. Because I have one mission. We want to come and fix the poor, you know. You see, under a Progressive Empowerment Party, homelessness will disappear. All them people waiting in jail 10 years, 15 years longer than the case, all that done. Jails will be turned into universities. Minimum wage earners can afford homes. All that getting fixed. But I come in with one mission. To tear the power structure down. I want you all to hear me, you know. Just see me come in. And don't jump on no plane and run. They have 2 countries in the whole world that don't have mutual treaties with Trinidad. We will follow you. We will follow you. All of you nasty, stink, and dirty sons of bitches. Bandit clan. Stunting. Hanging fancy earrings on your wife. Driving Range Rover and European fancy cars on stolen money. While other people who would have been able to have a life have to suffer and dead or choose crime because your fat ass, you and your nasty stink and dirty ways. Your mother and father raised you to eat all. Eat all. Eat till you're dead. Take it with you. Half all, you're still, people don't want to think of your cockroach eating your eyeball. I didn't put it in the ground with you. Why didn't put some? Eh? That is why you will never hear me sanitize the dead. Do not speak ill of the dead. Let me tell you something. If you think I am a son of a bitch while I'm alive, when I am dead, partner, come to my funeral and say, here lies a son of a bitch. Don't let death change your view of me because I am silent. If you open the coffin and I have one last kick left, I will kick you. That is me. So I want you to understand, if you're a son of a bitch and a thief and a bandit in life, that is what you are in death. And I do not wish that you rest in peace. I wish you eternal torment and damnation. I wish the cries of all the people who suffer because you were born suffer you for the rest of your life. I hope Patrick Manning sitting upright and taking jam right now, tonight. I wish Eric Williams right now roasting slow on a spit. I wish that. There are others who still here walking among us that I can't wait to say rest in eternal damnation. You dirty stink son of a bitch. And I want to tell you all, I want you to be clear. I am not interested in negotiations. You knew what you did. You knew what you did when you ganged up against the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You knew what you were doing when you all met in lodge and secret back room and planned for the people. You knew what you were doing. You knew. And you must pay. You must pay. Justice must come. And not this jokey justice. Passing for justice in Trinidad. That will be undone and redone. A proper prosecutorial system. A proper court system. You will pay for your crimes. Fighting back, we come in, I'm telling you, we're telegraphing that. We are going to amass the poor everywhere they are. all of the people that have been left behind, that you've been blaming, that you all were getting together at barbecues in Goodwood Park and Bayshore and Sinclair and Fairways. Glenn Leanza told me yesterday I sounded like Maduro or some of these other people. That is not who I want to sound like, brother. But I want to come and level the play field. The people of this country have been robbed and advantaged by corrupt politicians and the business community of Trinidad and Tobago. The unethical lawyers and some of these accounting firms that only real purpose in this country is to sanitize broad theft. There must be an accounting. You cannot own land, build a mall, that you stole the land. You think that because you and the minister Zamian in your boat with little Spanish girls, you think because the two of you do that, it's legal? Him giving you 200, 300 acres of Trinidad land for bringing little Spanish girls for him to interfere with? You hearing me? See how much of your business I know? You think that we can't do them crimes? I promise you. Build your mall. I'll show you how what goes up must come down. You think you was getting away? You didn't think there would be an accounting at some point? Those who buying up whole streets. Whole streets. All they're buying up whole streets. The real estate companies that posing as paragons of virtue, that in the business of hiding corruption dollars, that selling penthouse apartments to drug traffickers and money launderers and telling them, they have no way missiles hitting you from here, from the sea. There's a bullshit that passing for real estate transactions in Trinidad and Tobago. You understand what you're dealing with? Don't worry. I do. I do. And that, there must be a balancing of the scales. There must be. When you look at the twin scales of justice, they have two names in Latin, malum in se and malum prohibitum. And one means evil that we agree is evil, and the other one means evil in itself. And some of you, evil people, evil. Because you know you got away, and you stole again, and you changed sides, and you changed parties, and you stole more, and you and your family stunting around the world like you are a successful businessman, while you and your wife know that your children eating from the proceeds of crime. Stink and dirty. You think that I don't know the law? You think that I don't know that we are part of a commonwealth? That we could give work permits and precept Scotland Yard? That I can't go Ireland and bring some police here that are accustomed to dealing with IRA pipe bomb billers? You think I don't know where to go to bring support and help to deal with this? You think we're coming to fight up with this, with the same corrupt police that we have here? You think we don't know how to fix this? You think we don't know how to borrow judges from the Commonwealth? This is a country that is desperately in need of saving, not just from itself, but from those who have been given proper, perfect opportunity, great salaries, plenty perks, and they abused it to take advantage of the very people who put them there. That is so disgusting. Some of you, the last thing you should know before you close your eyes is that justice is about to come. The National Lotteries Control Board, audit that. Audit it. Audit flour mills. Audit it. Audit unit trusts. Audit First Citizens Bank. You all think you know? You think you know? You have no idea what going on in this country. They have people who set themselves up. They have people who set themselves up in business just to thief money. Just to thief money. But anyway, shift gears. Missing persons. The truth of the matter is, there are a lot of people in this country tonight, in this 2x4 postage stamp. I want you to understand, I'm going to continue to use New York City. I'm going to ram New York City down their throats. I'm going to choke them on New York City. You see, when you all go to the movies and Movie Town, and you see Gotham and Metropolis and all of these made-up cities with all this violent crime, you have Batman and Robin and Daredevil and Superman and all these people, Spider-Man, all of these people that fight in crime. These made-up imaginary superheroes, they were made up to fight crime in the crime capital of the world. It was as a result, and the people were living in fear. New York City. New York City was the crime capital of the world. Crime capital of the world. And in less than a decade, it became the #1 tourism destination on the planet. And we could fix here. And they have 8.5 million people. When the World Trade Center, those 3 buildings collapsed 9/11, they had more telephone extensions in those 3 buildings than we had phones in all of Trinidad and Tobago. And that was 3 buildings. Pace yourself. Pace yourself. When one commissioner of police could deal with 65,000 police officers, and there is a team of police officers that get promoted and bonuses and rewards for finding and charging corrupt police. It's called internal affairs. And police fray internal affairs. If internal affairs call in your name, you know problems. Problems about to come. I want you to understand this. I am saying these things to you so you know that the rest of these stunt artists who come on the bought and paid media to convince you that our problems are unfixable, I want you to understand that that is all a hoax, a grand lie, a made-up fantasy to separate you from reality. And the reality is this. We've never had a real government in this country. We've never had real leadership in this country. But that has to change. You need to vote into office people who have no problem whatsoever enemying them fellas and them. I don't go trotters online. You don't see me by the bar clinking glasses and trotters. I have no deals with none of these people. So that when time comes for there to be a reckoning and an accounting, you can't tell me, remember when we used to drink? Not this nigga. And again, I'm telling you, because you need to know, this country is as bad as New York City was when it was worse. NYPD Blue, Law and Order, all of these shows were made about the time when Third Watch, if you ever saw that show, you should watch that show. Third Watch is a fantastic show. It's about a police command center and a fire command center. Both of them on the corner of King and Arthur. So they call it Camelot. And that's where I use that term from. But you must watch Third Watch because you will understand how an effective police service, just by watching that, is run. You'll understand how officers on the beat, how they work. Their job is to infiltrate the community. Their job is to be part of the community during that 8-hour shift. Three blocks, that is your home. 3 blocks. And all the people in those 3 blocks, they have your number. And you have theirs. And you know where to go for the usual suspects. You know where to go in your 3 blocks if something happening. And when you need backup, right here, you click backup. And backup is 2 police in a cruiser supporting 10 like you, 30 blocks. And that's how you set it up to run. In Trinidad and Tobago, our police sit in the police station and wait for crimes to happen and for somebody to call and make a report. We do it ass backwards. The front way to do it is to put police in the community so that people who are willing to commit crime know that the consequence of criminal activity will be swift. And we need to set our nation up that way. Our justice system is set up badly. A police officer who makes an arrest must go to court every time that case is called for the next 2, 3, 5, 10, 15. There was just a burglary case that finished Stevens and Johnson's 25 years old. I don't know if the police officer had to go to that court for 25 years. In the United States justice system, the police carry the prosecution up to a point, and then it becomes the property of the district attorney. The attorney for the district. The district attorney takes over the job of prosecuting. Once the district attorney agrees that this was a crime committed and there is sufficient evidence to prosecute, the district attorney prosecutes that case. And when they need the police officer, they schedule the police officer to attend and give evidence. That's not how it's done here. Because they don't want it to work here. What I just told you, everybody know. Yet Kamala didn't do it, Keith won't do it, Manning didn't do it, Basdeo Pandey didn't. And they all knew. And they all know. So you have to ask yourself, if you know how to fix it, and you don't fix it, what am I to think? What am I to think? Work it out in your mind. 20,000 children do SEA in Trinidad every year. So that's 5 classes leading up to SEA, including SEA, as 100,000 children. And they go forward after as a next 100,000 children out of 1 million people, 1.4 million, 200,000 school children. So that means in New York City, out of their 8 million, we can extrapolate, we can assume that if we have 200,000 school children out of our 1 million people, they would have 1.6 million school children. That means the supervisor of education for New York City has more school children under his or her authority than we have people in this country. Understand what we are talking about here. Understand that in New York City, it is law that an ambulance reaches you 7 minutes. Fadil told us, the owners of Price Club supermarket, that a pregnant woman, Christmas time, collapsed in their supermarket, and they called for an ambulance in Chaguanas, and 2 hours later, no ambulance. And as he heard to Chaguanas, 2 hours later, within 2 hours, I could have sent a helicopter from Florida to pick her up. The truth of the matter is, all of this, and our ambulance service is private. Somebody gets paid every time for that bullshit service. And we're not paying attention. And we only think about it when something happens to somebody we care about. Until the wolf reaches us. Today I watched a picture in the Express of a police vehicle that killed a woman crossing the bus route this morning. Now the damage done to that vehicle, I would like to ask that they contact the manufacturer of that vehicle and ask them, a 120-pound female, how much damage can you do to the front of that SUV if it hits you? at the speed limit or less. Because I want to know if we have a country that has systems that protects the citizens, that will check to see if those officers were breaking the law when they killed that woman. Because I don't care who she is, but not one life in this country is expendable. Not one life is expendable. Tomorrow morning I'm supposed to appear on Synergy TV. I think 6 or 6:30, I don't know. Stefan has called and asked for a representative of the Progressive Empowerment Party. And I asked for somebody else to go, but apparently they need to grill me on my position on the Rowley Mother Count song and the whole brouhaha. And today we were talking about that in the gym. And we all agreed on one thing. That had the PNM not interfered with that matter, nobody would have known that song. Nobody would have known that song. The PNM caused all of this. And if this is accidental, then they're really foolish. And if this is deliberate, they're brilliant. Because we've been distracted. And I'll tell you why I had to allow that distraction to take place. Because even though it's a foolish conversation, it's a real situation where racism happens in this country. Crow Crow sang a song calling for people to be kidnapped in a calypso and wasn't charged. And I still don't understand that. Calypsonians have called for people to kill government, prime ministers. And no action has been taken. Yet, a young boy who tried to post on Facebook, who feel it no, end up in a jail cell for 4 days. I want to take a bet right now, tonight, with anybody. This government collapses in office before the end of 2018. This government, because its leader is going slowly mad. And you could see that by what he is saying, by his behavior. He called a meeting of the media and went on the media to flirt with the journalists live on national TV. There is nothing about your prime minister. I mean, when your prime minister is on TV, you shouldn't have to send your children out of the room. But you don't know what this jackass is capable of. You don't know. And to err on the side of caution, you should treat him PG-13 at the very least. This government is an obscenity, is a travesty, is a slow descent to hell. Listen, this government has tried on 2 occasions that we are aware of to steal the people's rights. This government through the cybercrime bill and then recently with this anti-gang foolishness. Hidden inside of those 2 bills were the most draconian and totalitarian measures ever attempted in this country. And this is a country where Carl Hudson Phillips drafted the Public Order Act. Not even Carl had the balls to try what Saddam and Mugabe trying. And it is time for the people of Trinidad and Tobago to take responsibility for their country, to stand firm against this dictatorial romp. Keith Rowley is a man desperately in need of firing. He needs to be sent on his way. Keith Rowley is an affront to decency. He is, and his government is a challenge to democracy. His finance minister has ruined the economy. His health minister is a joke. His education minister a punchline. The sports minister, the tourism minister, the agriculture minister. I mean, he have a minister that is a double minister of nothing. Stuart Young title can't fit on a call card. He's everybody bacchanalis in chief. But I am watching and waiting until the 31st of December. There are 4 days left, Stuart Young. After which, I am going to ask that you be charged for misbehavior in public office. When you came and you told the media and the nation that you were in touch with Maxi Coffee, and that not only was Maxi doing well, that he was going to return home to work in December 2017. It is almost time up, Stuart, and I promise you, we will hang that around your neck for the rest of your life. Liar in chief, defender of foolishness, bacchanalis, that's your role. Bacchanalis, state salary to make all noise. Yes, look at what passes for government in this country right now and feel shame. And if you are so racist that you do not care that you are being molested and abused and taken advantage of by this government because they're black and you black, tie your tubes, snip that, whatever they call it, vasectomy, get that vasectomy. Don't be making children. Don't be making children. We need less like you. Because this nation has been fooled by a crazy tribal ethnic ideology that divided the people from each other and allowed a minority to plunder the nation. And the only way to fix that is to face that. And when you face that, undo it. Undo it. Give Satmaraj a stroke. Doglarize the nation. I want to see more mixed breed, half breed. I want to see more red people and Chindian and all the different versions of what we call ourselves when we mix up Dogla. I want to see more of that. Doglarize the nation. Undo this racist politics bullshit. Undo it. That is the shackles they have on your mind. Undo it. Undo the racism. Neither of those parties really care about you. Stop taking that chain up. It's about service. When you go into KFC, you don't want the woman putting out the chicken to hug you and kiss you and tell you nice stories. You want her to do a good job putting your chicken, your fries, and your fork in that box. That's all you want. That's what you want from your Prime Minister. And all those other ministers. Do all your work properly. That's all you care about. That's all you're supposed to care about. So you don't vote on foolishness. You vote on plans, programs, policies, and ideas. You vote on the potential for delivery. You vote on track records. Because that is the only guide that you have, that you are making a proper decision in your best interests. A vote is a selfish and self-serving thing. You need to make sure that the beneficiary of that vote serves you for the rest of the 5 years they're in office in exchange for the privilege. That's the unwritten contract. We need to get to there. You, us, we is a we thing. One people under one flag. We need to get back to a place where everybody in the country has hope and opportunity. That's where we need to go. That's where we need to be. Yeah. That's where we need to be. And we're waiting for the opportunity to debate. Not in Afghanistan. Debate us in the savannah. Come in Woodford Square and debate us. Let the people see you. See all your stunts you want to stump? We are not interested in stunting. Time to go to the people. Show them what you're made of.
Your vote will decide our destiny. Your vote will decide what you want to be. Your vote can protect our country's fate. But use it well before it's late. If it is that who you're voting, will be on a dog. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the proven to be your people about.
When you're voting, time to fire them.
If it is the time is now,
Time to fire them. Daryl Smith, you fired.
that's how you vote and be.
Sean Fakujo, you fired. Clarence Rambarat, you fired. Call Himmert, you fired. Faris Al-Rawi, grab him by the scruff of his neck and the base of his drawers, the tighty whities, and toss them. You fired. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Stop running. You fired.
Dominate your red. Let's put our country.
Stuarty will smell that rat and start running on your own. Fire them. Fire them. Fire them. We must demand an election. The Constitution of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago provides a remedy. We can demand an election, and it is time to demand it so that we can fire these mocking pretenders, masquerading as government, taking advantage of the people, mismanaging the country, and corruptly enriching themselves, their friends, and their family. It is time to fire them.
If for 30 years you're voting them in,
55
there's
years.
only tears as soon as they win. They give you big words and enslave your soul. Condition your roads and filling potholes. If they are the reason why the economy goes sprout,
When you're voting,
if it is the passing laws that them alone can come, when you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the building ISIS, east, west, north, and south, they say where you vote them in. Vote them out.
register and
Totally
vote them out.
stay finger and
Vote them out.
rescue the country.
Vote them out.
Vote them out with tempo. They have been paid.
Let's put our country together again.
Put them out with calypso and joyous regret. Let's put our country together again.
Oh, you had all the answers, eh, Faris? You had all the answers. Every morning you're there making him a giggle. And you had all the answers. You stunt for stunting's sake. You and Rowley. You all had all the answers, didn't you? You knew all that was wrong. You could have highlighted all the criminality. Keith Rowley said if the government cannot solve the crime, then the government has to be seen as part of the problem. Keith Rowley, your murder count is 493. How you feel, brother? To be hung from the petard of your own words. How you feel?
If their policy is a fallacy, bureaucracy, a catastrophe, if they cannot vote and you see it so, then your only hope is for them to vote. If it is fabrication, these statements that they spout.
When you're voting, Missy South asking where Dave. He was here at the start. He must have gone on a mission. Yeah, peptrinbago@gmail.com. peptrinbago@gmail.com is our email address. It is the place to write, to ask any questions, to make any suggestions, to join the party. peptt.com, that's the website, www.peptt.com. Pep app, P-E-P-A-P-P, Pep app. That's our app, and it's free of charge. 2 words, Pep app. You can download it on any app store. My Facebook, my Philip Edward Alexander profile, if you cannot get through to any of those things, because you could join the party just by going to peptt.com and click join. But if you're having any difficulty, any problems whatsoever, feel free to message me on Facebook and I will give you whatever assistance you need for as long as I can. Yes? So, the 6th of January, we reopen and we will be having our first public meeting at 12 noon, and this is me giving you a heads up now so that you can plan your business to bring your family. All of you who message me and say you wanted to bring sorrel for me, and you wanted to bring cake for me, and you wanted to bring juice and things, this is the time. Bring it. We will all eat, drink, and be merry. Come and be a part of the Progressive Empowerment Party. Come and register yourself. Come and get involved. Come and join the movement next year sometime, because I know they're working hard at trying to get us everything in place to have an internal election. Come and make yourself available so that you can make yourself, you could put your name up to be an officer of the party, to be involved in the actual steering of the thing. This is a we thing. This is not for you to sit on your hands. This is to come and get involved. We look forward to having all of you on board. Tomorrow night, Thursday, so Thursday morning, I am on Synergy TV. It may be me. So tune in to Synergy TV, Breaking Dawn, tomorrow morning. I am also on 104.7. That's why I'm trying to get somebody else to go Synergy. I am also on 104.7 at 11 o'clock with Robert Amar and Kevin DeFreitas. Say a prayer. I hope Kevin don't cuss me for this, but Kevin's mom is battling a serious illness. And if you can, Kevin DeFreitas is a real good guy. If you could help me, please, hopes and prayers, send all your positive vibes for Kevin's mom. Speaking of which, our own Maya Khan, she's having her own issues that she's been managing, as you know, with her health, and you could also cover her in some prayers too. Lorena Lucian, I think she's doing better, but still, pray for all of us. We all need prayers in this country, yeah? So, the 6th of January, 12 noon, come out in your numbers, spread the word, bring your neighbors. If you're coming up and you have 2 empty space in your car, pick up somebody and bring them. They could only benefit from being a part of this movement. This is a we thing. We're going to rescue the country. 87% of the people in the last public NACTA poll said they want neither the PNM nor UNC. 61% said they want the new third party. That is us, the Progressive Empowerment Party. They didn't poll us, but that is no problem. They will get the program. They will get the idea. They will catch up soon. But between now and then, tomorrow night is Frontline. Yes, that's what I was trying to tell you. Tomorrow night is Frontline. So one of us will be on Synergy in the morning or more. One of us will be on 104.7 at 11 or more. But Frontline tomorrow evening, as usual, with PRO Janice Lemon Cricky and Deputy PRO Anthony Defoe. I don't know who else is going to be on the show with them tomorrow night. I know they're talking about issues to do with justice and freedom of speech and stuff, and I think it will be a very interesting show as usual. So tune into that. Tomorrow night I won't do a show, but we'll be sharing Frontline on my wall tomorrow night. Ronald Ramuta says we need a national day of prayer. Friend, I agree with you. One of the first things we will do is call everybody together in the savannah and have a national day of healing. The people of this country need healing. We need to make sure that we vote ourselves a better country. It is our intention to leave not one of our citizens behind. Not the homeless, not the mentally ill, not the infirm, not the disabled, not the orphaned. We will leave not one of our citizens behind. Trinidad and Tobago will quickly become a nation that those who live here lie and say they do. We want to be the country that people who live in the cold line up in the snow to get visa to come and visit, not the other way around. Trinidad and Tobago has all the seeds of being the greatest paradise on earth, and we want to be able to make that happen. I apologize Christmas Day. I apologized Christmas Day, and I will continue to apologize to all the foreign-based Trinis who woke up Christmas Day in another man's land. Apologized to them and promised them we are working very hard to fix this so you could come home. That's my dream, to bring all our people back home. So I guess the next time there is an opportunity for us to do a show is Friday. So I'll see you then tomorrow morning, Synergy TV, at 6 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 104.7. Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.